Greetings, good people. Baldhead Harrison here, coming on to give you guys a reading. So pull up. This could be a very resourceful reading for you, okay? Well, newbies, welcome. I hope that you do choose to subscribe and stay. All the newbies that have subscribed to my channel, thank you so very much. And OGs and returnees, thank you so much. I do appreciate your everlasting support, okay? So coming on to give you guys a general reading. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I know that it is going to be a very deep reading. I was pulled. I had literally told myself I'm not reading tonight. I kind of cloaked my energy so I would not begin to channel, because most times I come on because I'm channeling some type of information that needs to be, you know, talked about through the cards. But I was sitting on my bed and I said, oh no, please don't pull me to read. But I absolutely was pulled to read. I feel like this reading is going to hit differently, because what even made me begin to channel is because I was thinking about next year and the numerology of next year, and how 2025 is just a year of, well, will be a year of attainment for a lot of people. Some of y'all are going to reach your apex, okay? Some of y'all are going to have to redefine yourselves, because where you are, you're at the top of it, okay? Everything that you've been working toward, and I'm speaking spiritually and metaphysically, okay? Everything that you've been working toward, you've gained it, you've attained it. So now it is time to go higher, go to another level, okay? I spoke about higher education in the last reading, that some of you would be investing in a whole nother level of knowledge, okay? I believe that many of you are afraid, so you continue to reinvent the wheel instead of getting out of that car and getting into a whole nother car, right? You have hit a glass ceiling with the wisdom and the knowledge that you had been investing in, okay? And it is just time for you to step up, level up, okay? Step up and level up. And that's what next year is going to call everybody to do, whether you do it January 1st or whether you do it during the spring equinox, with the seasonal new year, the cosmic new year. It doesn't really matter. Really, when you set your mind to do something, that's your new year, okay? Now, we all have a personal new year, which is our birthdays. There is a collective new year, which is January 1st, because consciously we all collectively agreed, okay, whether you know it or not, your parents did it, your grandparents did it, your great grandparents did it, whenever January 1st was written into this vibrational contract, that's going to be when we celebrate the new year, okay? So whether you sit in or whether you sit at that round table when it was signed in or not, throughout your life here, you have celebrated and participated in that being the collective new year, okay? However, again, we all have a personal new year, which is our birthday, and there is a Mother Nature seasonal, which is the actual new year, which is the spring equinox, okay? So the only reason I broke all of that down is there's going to be a lot of shifting and twining and turning for everybody next year, and it is up to you how you twix and turn and twine, okay? For those of you who are stuck, you will just spin and loop, spin and loop. For those of you who are ready and receptive to change, you will receive that. Okay, for those of you who just never really quite got your wheels spinning, oh honey, get ready, okay? Because you are about to be catapulted probably into a awareness, a consciousness that you are, well, that you're going to feel like you're not ready for, okay? But you are, because the universe always knows where we need to be, even when we don't, okay? So that's the reading, right? I could shut it all down with just that. But anyway, that's what made me say, oh, okay, I got to do a reading. It is time for me to pull some cards, because there's just more information that I know that I want to speak that will come easily and effortlessly through the cards, okay? So without further ado, let me go ahead and welcome in the sweet spirit of love, light, and life. Thank you, sweet spirit, for using me as a trusted and true vessel to bring about a message for the collective that will soon be here to view this reading. Okay? All right, honestly, Spirit, show me clearly information for growth, information for connectivity. Ashe. The chariot, absolutely. Movement. The chariot. Movement, y'all. Movement. There is no dusty feet in 2025. Okay, for those of you who don't know what that means, that means there is no sitting still and allowing your feet to grow stagnant. Now, right now, if you need to sit still, now is the time to do that. Okay, now is the time to sit still, and you're only sitting still, okay, to call in understanding, instruction, and direction for the new year. Now isn't the time to do anything new. Okay, now is the time to stand down. Go watch my last reading. My last reading was about that exact thing. Sitting still, sitting in hermit mode, and getting your instructions. See what happens when people come about a hermit mode too fast. You begin to tell God, give me instructions, give me direction. See, you can't force the universe to give you instruction. You just simply wait for direction. Okay, but when you're moving too fast, when you're impulsive, when you come up out of hibernation too soon, then you rush the universe to give you results, give you answers, give you solutions, and that's not how that works. So now is the time to be hibernating, journaling, creating, planning everything that you want to see come into fruition for the new year. Okay, whether you again celebrate that January 1st, you wait and celebrate that on your birthday, or you wait and celebrate it with Mother Nature during the spring equinox around March 19th, March 20th. Okay, but either way, 2025 is going to call for movement. That's the chariot card. Okay, there is nothing and no one outside of you that is going to move your energy, move your frequency, move your vibration for you. Okay, so I tell you this, and I mean it wholeheartedly. Whatever energy you are, that's the energy you're going to be moving in. If you are hateful, that's what's going to drive your car. If you are forgiving and loving and compassionate, that's what's going to drive your car. If you're scared and fearful, that's what's going to drive you. Okay, your energy is what moves your chariot. Okay, so it's up to you right now to thank you, sweet spirit, for the correct word, to dismantle fear, to dismantle confusion, to dismantle all that trauma, all that drama, okay, to dismantle patterns and cycles and behaviors that just no longer feed you. Okay, because if you take that over into 2025, I guarantee you that that's the energy that's going to drive you. Okay, so we all have the ability to change our lives. That's what we're here to do anyway. You know, but if you give too much time, too much attention, okay, the one. I mentioned this in the last reading. This particular deck and a few other decks that I have, I always put in a few extra cards that they call the wild cards. Okay, so this is one of the wild cards. In the last reading, the wild card that came out was paranormal. Okay, but this one says you're the one. Okay, you know what that means? That means that you need to walk in your authenticity in 2025. Many of you have a hard time doing that because you've been so programmed to watch and look and compare yourself to everything outside of you, everything around you. You cannot go in, you will not survive. You will be eaten alive in 2025 if you go into that year, that level of vibration, because 2025 is going to be a very high vibration and it's not going to wait on anybody. 8 was, I'm not saying 8 was, 2024 wasn't 8, and I'm saying 8 because 2024 equals 8. Okay, so that's how I'm getting these years. 2025 equals 9. We are in an 8 year right now. Collectively, everybody is still currently moving in their 8th house. Okay, 2024 is a 8 year. Everybody is moving in their 8th house. A lot of people didn't make it. I know so many people that died in their 8th house. Okay, 8th house energy really needed you to have a seat and take a look at some of your deep, dark idiosyncrasies, some of the things that's been holding you back, some of those things that you have not worked on, some of those things that you are afraid to embrace. A lot of our darkness lives in our 8th house. Now we have some of our darkness that lives wherever your moon sign is. Okay, But those things that we're normally afraid to talk about, those things that we're afraid to address, those things that we're afraid to show people because we probably will get judged for them, live in the eighth house. Well, a lot of people just didn't make it. And I'm just being clearly honest. I know so many people that died this year. Now, do people die every year? Yes, indeed. Okay, last year was a 7 year. Did some people die in their seventh house? Yes, indeed. I know 5 people, well, 4 people, she didn't die, one made it, that died by the hands of a man. Okay, so when I say you died in your house, that means you need to understand or have at least a basic understanding of what each house stands for, what each house governs, what it means. Okay, so seventh house is all about relationships, partnerships. Sometimes it even deals with legal activities, okay, or legal matters. Well, I know people that died by the hands of their lovers last year, okay? And I'm not going to get off into that, but I just wanted to give that quick example on, what each house could stand for, okay? And what you could deal with in that house. Well, eighth house is a very dark house, okay? It's the house of death. It's the house of taboo and not just sex, but that erotic sex, some of the Pandora's box type sex, not just your matrimony type sex, okay? It also deals with debts, it deals with treachery, it deals with betrayal, it deals with anything dark, okay? Where everybody collectively, personally, politically, from a Hollywood celebrity standpoint, we have seen the eighth house play out on Earth's stage, okay? And we also know that each of us personally have dealt with our own eighth house stuff. Well, we're coming out of that when we go into 2025. Because guess what's going to be calling out to you now? The ninth house, Sagittarius's house. What have you learned? Turn your learnings and your wisdom into your own philosophy. What do you need to do with the things that you learned in your eighth house? What is it that you can do? What can you take since you survived it, okay? Because I'm just assuming if you're here, you know that you're going to survive your eighth house. We ain't out of it yet, but we will be, okay? So when you go into 2025, okay, God be the glory, you make it into 2025, what did you learn in 2024 that you can incorporate into 2025 and turn it into a higher education, turn it into, again, your own philosophy? Because we're talking about self-philosophy. This is not about gratitude and attention and public expression to everybody else. Fuck what everybody else says, does, and think about what you know. What do you know? How can you apply it to your life and raise your vibration? Jupiter is the governing planet over Sagittarius. So Jupiter wants to know, what did you expand in 2024, or what can you bring into 2025 that's healthy and that can be expanded and bring you closer and higher to your greatest vibration. Okay, so there is no time to play. It's going to be a quickening. It's going to be a fire year. Okay, it's going to be a fire year. This year was a water year. Next year is a fire year. It's not going to play. It's going to burn you so it can learn you, okay? But I believe that if you are here, you are watching this reading, not because you're watching the Baldhead Hereford's channel. I'm saying if you were guided to watch this reading and you're still here watching it right now, you're already living in some level of you're already living in a level of authenticity. Okay, you're already there, because otherwise you wouldn't even be drawn to listen to what I'm saying. You wouldn't resonate with what I'm saying. None of that. So if you're still here, it's because your spirit, it's like a light bulb has come on. Aha. You're having an aha moment, okay? So, I know I sidebarred, but to bring it back to what I was saying, this is not, next year is not the time that you should be dealing with dark stuff. That's what you should have been doing this year. Because 2025 wants you to hit the pavement running, because your ambition is there. What you need is already there, especially if you were doing the work during Scorpio season, during 8th house season, okay, or the 8th house year. We're moving into Sag. Hear me. I express myself easily and effortlessly, not for anybody else, but for myself. But everybody else is going to hear me. That's a Sagittarius mindset. I don't do this for y'all, but you're going to benefit. That's what Sagittarius says. I'm going to speak loudly and walk boldly in my truths. You might not want to hear it, but you don't have a choice, because it's going to be so bold. It's going to be so direct that you're either going to fall in line with it or you're going to move out of the way, because I'm coming regardless. Okay? That's going to be everybody's mindset, or should be, next year. If you are still dealing with dark stuff, you're going to be one of the ones that I said earlier. You will be looping. You will be looping. And that looping is a punishment, so to speak, for not dealing with the things that you needed to deal with in 2024. You still have time, okay? You still have time. Show me more, show me clearly. Thank you, sweet spirit. 2025 is going to be a mirror of 2022, okay? 2022. Think back what you were doing in 2022. What was the theme of your life? What was the what was that one single thread of that was going through your life in 2022? Yeah, different things were going on in our lives, okay, clearly. But for everybody, there was a single thread that was binded to everything that we were doing. It was something that was on everybody's mind. Now, it was not the same thing. This is very personal, so you need to pause this reading and think about that. Okay? What was going on in your life in 2022? Because 2025, you're going to see the opposite reflection of that. So if you were sad and depressed and going through it in 2025 is your breakthrough. And you're going to be gleeful, jovial, happy, relieved, freedom, okay? Justified, okay? And vice versa. If you were going through, if you were very happy and jovial, then this might just be where the pendulum swings for you in 2025. Okay, because now we live in a realm where we have to honor the laws of the universe, and one of the laws of the universe is the law of the pendulum. What goes up must come down. What swings to the left must swing to the right. As above, so below. As within, so without. Okay, this isn't punishment. This is just the law of the gravity of the realm we live in. Now, that does not mean that if you are, you were happy and successful, and that you're going to, be broke and a bum. Okay. Now, for some people, it may be that extreme. I don't know. Okay. But what I can tell you is the things that you did in 2022 will be reflective in 2025. Meaning, if you were high up on the horse and everything was all good, everything was gravy for you, did you help other people? Were you arrogant or were you humble? Did you take time out to remain thankful and grateful? How did you show the universe that you were beyond grateful for your level of success, wherever that success was, whether it was in a relationship, school, job, in your health, and your money? Did you take time out to sow seeds of gratitude in 2022 if you were up? Because if so, that is always factored in when we go through those pendulum shifts. Okay? That means when it swings to the right, you might not deal with a very hard, harsh downfall. Okay? Because you sowed seeds. You sowed seeds. And I know somebody might be listening to this and saying, what is she talking about? It doesn't work like that. Yes, it does. Yes, it absolutely does. And you need to do your own research. You need to do your own studying, and you need to seek guidance through your spirit guides or whomever it is in the etheric realm that gives you information. Or you can just simply read or do a combination of all of those to layer your understanding, to layer your inner wisdom. Okay? Go ahead and get back to this reading. So the Knight of Pentacles came out. Again, This is the season. This is the time to be planning. The Knight of Pentacles is a card of planning. It's a card of being slow and steady and not being impulsive, taking your time out to plan. This is a good time. This is one reason why people, I bet you people don't even know why they do vision boards around this time. But it's almost like it goes with the flow of the season, whether people know it or not. This is the time to, and I'm always preaching journal, write in your diaries. But I'm also a big advocate of vision boards, vision journals. Now, I've done vision boards before, but I really like vision journals. It's the same thing as a vision board. You're just going and writing in a journal, okay, instead of on a vision board, because I like to take my vision journals with me. I might be out somewhere and see something that I want to manifest. I need to write it in my vision journal. I ain't got time to wait till I get home and get my vision board off the wall and do that. I need my vision journal right there in my purse. Do you hear me? So that's why I promote vision journals, okay? But the Knight of Pentacles is a person who understands the power of a vision board and a vision journal, okay? This is somebody who is planning and planting. They're not impulsive. The Knight of Pentacles is an earth sign card, so we're talking Virgo type energy, okay? Taurus type energy, Capricorn type energy. Very methodical, very practical, writing it down, making it plain, seeing it in your mind's eye, and then drawing it or cutting stuff out and pasting it, or crafting it so you can have some type of 3D model of what it is that you are working toward or moving toward, okay? So this is the time for that. Right now. Should have been doing it all along. Okay, should have been doing it all along. That's what this year is and was about. Okay, show me more, show me clearly. Sure. The wheel. Well, have I not been talking about the wheel? Have I not just been speaking on the wheel? So that's the whole. Now, very, very nice example. I said, what was the theme or the thread that was going through y'all's lives? I wanted you to stop and think about that in 2022. Well, this is a good example. The thread that is sewing this reading together is the wheel. And then the card came out to confirm it, okay? Because I had already been talking about that wheel. Where's your wheel going? Huh? How you driving your chariot? Are you trying to drive the same old vehicle? You just keep trying to get it repainted, knowing that it's old and you just need a whole new car? You cannot reinvent the wheel, not this time. You need a whole new car. You need a whole new wheel. You need a whole new whip. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune has entered the chat. You're in a position mentally, vibrationally, financially. Not financially, vibrationally, financially. And let me break that down. Y'all got to get away from, I need physical money. Y'all got to break away from that mindset. Okay? You halt the universe from giving you the exact thing you need because you start praying for money. You start praying for a physical manifestation of something that you need to go get what you need. When you can ask and that thing shall be received. If you ask for that thing and watch the universe bring that thing to you, you won't even need the money. You won't even need the money. You guys need to learn how to manifest. And if you don't like the word manifest and you want to stick with the word pray, then you still need to learn how to pray. Okay? It is not, money is the middleman. Let me just tell you that. Money is the middleman. Also, manifesting money keeps you on a lower level realm. It keeps you on a lower level mindset. It keeps you tethered and tied to the material plane, the physical plane. It is time to come higher. Some of your desires should be X'd out because you should be above that now. If you're still chasing materials, if you're still chasing wanting to have the look like you got money, and if money is your ambition, it's what you're running after, then unfortunately, if you don't already have it, you're going to be chasing it forever now. It is time to level up your desires. It is time to level up your power and how you call in the things that you need now. Okay? I'm not saying give away your money. I'm not saying not work for money, because money is one of the tools that we use in this realm. But once you level up, you know how to level up above money. Because you can go get that thing if you believe it. And it's so many stories I could share with you guys on how I've manifested the thing that I want. I didn't need the money. I manifested the thing that I wanted. Okay? And let me tell you something, and I'm going to go ahead and pull more cards and end this reading because I don't want it to be too long. I have seen God's word, the universe's word, come back full circle. And when you put a desire out into the world, like it says in the Bible, because it's written that God's word never comes back void, you just got to know what to say and what to believe and what to trust and what to know. I have seen God use my enemies to bless me on several occasions. I have seen people, I go ask for something the first time and I get told no. I wait. I allow the universe to do what it does. I go back and ask. Not only do they give me what I wanted, but they give me more, that double for your trouble. Okay? I've watched things be taken from me. I had no control over it. I let the universe do what it do, and everything that the devil stole, God gave it back to me tenfold. Okay, so see, I live my, because this is a lifestyle for me. I know some of y'all is a trend, but see, this is how I have lived my life since 2012. I got my awakening. I got my papers. I got my assignment in 2012, and it did not come by way of some light and love and angelic. It was hard. It almost took me out. I went through a wilderness and I was down. I had to be broken down to understand my power before I could get back up. Okay, so many of y'all need to give in to that. You don't want to humble yourself to the universe. And I'll say that you know how it's written in the Bible that every knee shall bow. Every head shall bow, every knee, I think it's every knee shall bow, okay? Because see, a lot of the stuff that's written in that Bible is talking directly to what's going to happen if you don't humble yourself, or what will happen when you don't humble yourself. But we just assume that it's talking about kneeling before this and kneeling before that. No, it's kneeling before your own higher self. Okay, it's about humbling yourself to yourself, because there is a version of you that is godly. That's who and what you're answering to, the most purest, godliest version of yourself. But let me keep going. Show me clearly and show me more. I'll show these cards are coming out. Yes, sir. The Five of Wands. The Five of Wands. Yeah, many of y'all want to go back and forth. You know, my grandmama used to say, baby, your arms ain't long enough to box with God. I sure miss my granny, because she had some stuff to say. My mama says that too. But she got it from her mama, which was my granny. But many of y'all want to try to fight the universe for what you not going to do. As I just said, at all heads and knees will bow. Okay, to the glory of the Lord. And I ain't talking about the Lord, or that, well, I ain't gonna go there. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But when you think you gonna like I said, compete and not cooperate with the universe, you will experience discouragement, hassle, confusion. Everybody around you gonna be competing with you, and you're gonna lose, because that's going to be the universe's way of projecting itself outside of you so you can see what you're not going to do. See, the universe uses people. That's why everybody that come into your life, most of the time, is the universe casting itself into a human version so you can battle it out. Because see, the universe can't battle with you when it's sitting on the throne. So it comes off the throne. Energy comes off the throne, projects itself into a human body, and tests you, gives you them challenges. Many of y'all won't humble yourselves. Oh, but you will. Especially if you want to reap the fruits of your labor in 2025, especially if you want to be lifted up in 2025, especially if you want to be protected from all those lower level zombies that just can't go into 2025's higher vibration with you. See, there's going to be two 2025s. Those who are on the higher level of 2025 and those who are on that lower level. No different than when you hear people talk about old earth and new earth. Okay? I don't want to be bothered with anybody on old earth, on that lower level 2025. See, those are the people that will kill you, rob you, set you up. They'll do anything because they're not going to be able to get on your level. So they're going to pull you back to theirs. But see, the only way they even will have access to you is if you fall back, doing some of the things that you know Spirit has told you to stop doing. Hanging in places that Spirit done told you to stop hanging. Fooling with people that Spirit done told you to stop fooling with. See, you put yourself in the environment and atmosphere of those lower level people. Now they can eat you. Now they can leech off of you. Now they can parasite off of you. It ain't nobody's fault but yours. So you better be obedient to what you're hearing your spirit tell you to do. And I feel like if you don't go into that hermit mode, if you're already there, kudos to you. You've been obedient to your spirit. But if you are not there and you know you need to get there, get there. I hope that everyone that is here, that is resonating with what I'm saying, number one, go ahead and give me that like. If you haven't subscribed, do so. But my hope is that you do take heed to what I'm saying before the winter solstice. Okay? Go ahead and begin to prepare yourself before the winter solstice. We're talking about the time between December 21st and December 25th. That's a portal, y'all. Just like the summer solstice. Just like the autumn equinox. Just like the spring equinox. Those are portals, okay, that we can walk through. Okay? Sometimes physically, but most definitely vibrationally. It's new energy, very similar to new moons and full moons and eclipses, all types of cosmic events and celestial events, because these planets are always doing something and dousing us with energy that can either affect us, encourage us, or impact us somehow. Okay? I just want everybody to get it together, because this is what I know for factamundo. When everybody is on one accord, there is no disdain, there is no disturbance, there is no distraction, there is no hating, no killing. See, the only reason we have evil and wickedness is because there are people who just don't want to do the work to get their shit together. So they throw off the vibration. They throw off the pH balance of Mother Nature. They are the bad bacteria that needs to be dushed out. Okay? I'm going to pull one more card and then I'll wrap this reading up. I've done more prophesying than I have reading, but I think that the reading has definitely, the whole thing, me channeling and me reading the cards, I think, it all came together. It all came together. Show me clearly if there's more. If there's more, I'm not doing no more. Oh, it is. Okay. The Five of Cups. So we have the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. I know many of you, and it's funny because make sure you guys go back and watch my last reading. I know my readings are a little lengthy, but they're worth it. They feed your soul, and you need it. Okay? Many of you, right now, this is currently happening for many of you. You're crying over spilled milk. You are going through the oh, woe me. As I just mentioned a few minutes ago, you have time right now to make any changes that need to be made. You can stop doing anything right now. You can cold turkey anything right now. They say, oh, China wasn't built in one day. We don't know that. I don't watch them tear my city down and build it back up. Seems like it happened overnight. But see, you are a god or a goddess. You have the ability to do anything in a split second right now. If you tell yourself you no longer want to smoke and you hold that vibration, you hold that thought for 17 seconds, and I'm talking about really meaning it, not just testing the theory. I'm talking about with all your might and with every fiber of your being, you hold that thought that I don't want to smoke anymore. I don't want to drink anymore. I don't want to have meaningless sex with everybody anymore. I don't want to steal anymore. I don't want to kill. I don't want to sell drugs. I don't want to be a prostitute. I don't want to be a womanizer. I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to be a liar. Whatever you don't want, if you can hold the immenseness of that thought for 17 seconds, and if you can even cry, because see, sometimes the universe just wants to see you humble yourself. I keep telling you, and tears are a way to show the universe. And let skirt. I ain't talking about them fake crocodile ass tears. So you can play if you want to with the universe, thinking that you fake showing emotion. The universe knows what we do before we do it. Okay, God knows what we're doing before we do it. Your higher self knows what you do. So see, you can play with yourself. You can play with them people. You can play with that man. You can play with that woman and fake cry. But you cannot play like that with the universe. Now, for those of you who knew what I meant when I said what I said, crying is a form of humility. Okay, when you know that it is time to make a change and you just need that boost. If you can go ahead and allow yourself to cry as you are holding that vibration of wanting and desiring change, oh honey, oh my God, just the thought of it gives me chills, because I know what that combination can do, has done, and how fast it'll do it. Okay, this Five of Cups is an indication that, again, many of you are crying over spilled milk. Many of you are having a hard time letting your past go. You're having a hard time. You're struggling with letting something go right now. I am encouraging you to turn around. Turn your back on it right now. Because there is, not there will be, there is something better for you. There already is someone better, something better, another place better. Okay? If you're giving all your energy crying over the shoulda, coulda, woulda, over I miss him, I miss her, why didn't it work, oh God, what, then it's almost like you are, what's the word? Give it to me. You are, you're nailing yourself to the cross, and you ain't gonna be able to get out. You nailing yourself to the cross. You've already been delivered. You've already been freed. You've already been justified. Turn around and walk in the energy of your freedom, of your liberation, of your growth, of your I'm matured, and of your I'm healthy. Whatever, call it, claim it, and name it. Stop standing there looking at the thing that broke you. Stop standing there looking at the experience. Stop sitting there playing the thought over and over again. You made it. Because see, the Five of Cups is something that already has happened. So, spilled milk. Not spilling milk. The milk has already been spilled. Okay? It's nothing you can do about it. Pick yourself up, turn yourself around, and place your feet on solid ground. And look at what has already been made available to you. Many of y'all just need to turn around. Turn your back on that old shit and create a new opportunity for your front. Okay? I am done. I hope that this was a relative reading. I hope it was resourceful. Yeah, I mean, I know it was. There's no way that it couldn't be. And if for some odd reason you're saying, well, it didn't do anything for me, listen, I know what you are, okay? And flee. Flee from this channel, all right? Thanks for watching. May you receive all the time and energy back. Good night.